Hello YouTube vintage, I almost said stereo collectors, vintage camera collectors. So I'm going to have all my camera stuff on the Vibeco channel and keep the audio stuff and the good stories, not all the good stories, on the Across the Dial channel. So the one I'm going to start with actually is this one here. This is a Canon EOS Rebel. I picked it up at a thrift store for $15, good price. Very nice shape. It's basically an automatic camera with a few manual features. It's light, it's motor driven, takes 35mm film. Takes one of these 2CR5 lithium batteries. Battery was the same price as the camera, $15, can you believe it? Anyway, I'm looking forward to taking some pictures with this one. There's not much to do on this one. It's like, it is kind of point and shoot, but I do use manual focus. I'm not a big fan of autofocus when I'm taking black and white pictures. That's one Canon. I got that a few weeks ago. And then today, I didn't expect to find these other Canons, so it kind of warrants a video. This is the leather case, Canon QL. For this Canonet QL19. So this version was built 65 to 71. So it actually has the top winder rather than the bottom winder. And this is in nice shape, bought it locally, very local, 5-minute drive. Like a lot of rangefinder cameras I've run into and I've owned, they've sat a long time and the shutter is stuck. It will wind, and it's trying to move. If you look, you probably can't see on the camera, but it's trying to move. This camera can go full manual with manual focus, or it has an auto diaphragm or aperture. It has an X shoe contact rangefinder focus, so when you look through and focus, there's a split line, very much like those Polaroid land cameras that took the pack film. So I'm going to take the front of the lens off this one, do some cleaning and lube. It's a very common problem on this one, but they are a nice camera to use. And just the condition's so nice. It has the leather case. This is a great street photography camera. Probably put some Ilford 400 in and go somewhere like Uptown Waterloo and just take some shots of everyday life. We'll put that one to the side. From the same person, I bought this Canon AE-1. This is not the program one. This is the regular AE-1. In my opinion, the best of the two. It's a little more traditional. I actually have tremendous experience selling these, believe it or not. I worked at a new Kmart store in 1982, and these were around. I had both at the same time. The AE-1, a little harder to get, and then the AE-1 program. Took, like, you couldn't really go wrong with either one. They hired me because I had taken yearbook photos, believe it or not, for my high school yearbook. I brought it with me and said I take photographs. I know cameras. The job was specifically for the camera counter and home entertainment, you know. So I played records and I took people's film in and sent it for processing, and I sold them stuff. These, Christmas '82, and we were in a recession, these and the K1000 of the full-body SLRs were selling. Very popular camera. So right now it actually has a Solidor zoom, a 35 to 70 heavy lens. I was trying to get it off before and it was really fighting me. No, it's really fighting me. The button is stuck that holds on, so I'm not going to force it. I'm going to put a little lube. Oh, by the way, this film was in it. I just took this out a few minutes ago. This is early 2000s by the look of it, because it does have a code on it. for you to scan. Those codes have been around since the 80s, but the person I bought from, I said I would develop whatever film's in it if I could and send them the pictures because I got it for a reasonable price. I tried a few minutes ago. It fires, but about every third time the shutter hangs up. I don't know whether it's the batteries. I don't think this version needs the battery to operate the shutter. Although when I look through it, yeah, the light meter is actually moving around. There's LEDs in the viewfinder to indicate low light. But I noticed it was hanging up a bit. It's okay there, but anyway, I'm going to clean it up. Put the, this is the most common lens they were sold with. The 50mm, the 1 to 1.8, which looks like it was hardly used. The camera has very little wear on it. It comes with the silver teleconverter, 2x teleconverter. I don't think it's ever been used. It's funny, we used to sell these things as a package, and oh yeah, then you can make your 50mm lens into a 100mm. You'll use it all the time. And honestly, the difference between a 50 and a 100 is about 10 steps. It also comes with an actual Canon AE flash, the Speedlight 177A. There are lots of these sold, lots of them, and they work great. And it actually has a control pin on it, so it's not just a hot shoe. It has a control pin, so the camera is synced perfectly with the flash. These are actually a good flash in their day. I actually don't take as many flash pictures as I used to, but it could be fun. Now, here's the case, and it has some product literature in it, which is always neat to have. And these cases were so, I had this exact case. I had a Pratique LTL3 new from ShopRite. So they sold these at ShopRite, they sold them at Kmart and at Black's. So, instructions for the teleconverter. Look at that, Canon FD, that's the SINT lens system. So an actual lens catalog. Kind of neat. The Canon AE-1 owner's manual. And then basic steps to picture taking. It has this couple that are talking to each other like they don't have a brain in their head. It's like, hey, wait a minute, come on. You've never read a single instruction sheet in all your life, you dummy. Or something like that. Anyway, it's kind of cool. Yeah, so my plan on this photo channel is whichever one of these I load with film first, I'll show you where I'm taking pictures, and then I'll put the pictures on YouTube in sort of a collage, and I'll probably shoot like 400 Ilford Delta, something like that. I also do have some Kodacolor Gold 200. My tendency usually is to the one that's the most broken to fix it first, just for fun. Then maybe this one. I don't know, it depends. The weather's been terrible last week, so I'm hoping for a little bit of sun and kind of get some neat outside pictures, some just walk around somewhere. That's what I do. Anyway, thanks for watching, listening.